Welcome back to the channel, guys. Now today another venue which is very local to home to me. A lot of you might know it, Shireoaks Fishery. So there's two lakes here and it runs adjacent to the River Ryton that runs right down through Worksop, and just over that way is Chesterfield Canal. There's also another big lake over there as well, but I don't know if there's any fishing rights or anything on there. It looks quite private, so I'm just going to stay away from it. Don't want to get shot or anything. But I'll just turn you around and show you where I am in the entrance, and then what we'll do is there's a public footpath through it as well, so it is open to the public. And then what we'll do is I'll walk you lakeside around both lakes and just give you a view on the venue itself. So starting at the front. So you've got Shireoaks village up that way, so that way takes you to Worksop and that way takes you to Worksop. This is actually called Thorpe Lane. A lot of people have said it to me before as Thorpe Road, but it's Thorpe Lane on map if you're looking for it. And you've got this sign here which says the Hewitt Arms outside, footpath only, no right of way for cycles. And luckily I'm on foot today, no bicycles anywhere. Got a sign up here, Vintage Vehicle Rally, Hewitt Arms, Shireoak, Saturday 4th, Sunday 5th, Monday 6th and May. So free admission for that, guys, and it's like a nice dirt gravel path as you come in. River Ryton is just in this hedgerow here and it follows all the way round. So it's River Ryton, look, this is bridge here, entrance to fishery, and River Ryton runs that way, past the venue, up that way. So what I'll do now is, I'll walk you up this path, take you up here. I think this is the old Hewitt Arms, this building here. It doesn't always look like it's occupied, but I'm going to walk you up this way now, just get to water's edge up here, and just show you what it looks like. So already halfway up the path, so we've just walked up this way. There's a chap fishing there. You can actually park on your pegs behind this bit here, so it's not all bad if you're wanting to come and have a couple of steps from your car to your peg. It's very, very shallow though, people, like very shallow, and unless you're where that chap is here, and if you're chucking a feeder out or anything and you're going for anything a bit big, this peg here, I'll show you in a second, favourite peg of mine for Bream at carp on feeder. But I'll show you where you can drive on anyway. This is where they have all vintage rally stuff on here. Well, I have seen it before thinking about it. And over there is a little tiny airport, little small biplanes and what have you. Not here any today, but when they do take off, they head straight to have a clear airspace, which is over at the village that I live in over here. So it's not all bad, it's quite nice to watch. I'll take you up here and show you around the place, but we've got a notice board over here. So we'll head over there and have a look and see what that says. Right, okay, so probably halfway up this path now between gate and house, and you've got this first on bit here. You can actually pull on here and get behind your peg, and then I like to drive back out this way sometimes. So I'll walk you around this way first. We'll do a full lap of it this way so I can finish back here. I'll probably not go in this chap's way because he is fishing. And then we'll go up onto the second lake at top, which I've never actually fished before, but there's some good carp in there for any of you carp anglers watching. So, notice board, very plain and simple, Shireoaks Park Fishery. Anyone fishing under the age of 16 must be accompanied by an adult over the age of 21, no exceptions. And that's same on both rule boards, and it's open. So they must come every morning, flip that sign open and close. There's a phone number there if anyone wants to make any inquiries about the place. I haven't seen any major like rule boards or anything yet, but I mean, safety wise, that's a big one, that. Right, now, this area here, if you Google map it, which I'll drop in now, it looks very, very shallow, and I'll tell you something, it is. So a lot of people don't really fish this area here. They normally get down this way and chuck and find this deep water here, or the deepest water they can. But this bit here, where this duck is and this duckling, if I walked out there now, my wellies on to about there, I wouldn't even get water over my wellies. That's how shallow it is. And then it slowly gradients off that way, and it's just this corner here which is shallowest part at lake. What I have found over time is there's a nice channel going right island where fish have just naturally curved away at it over time, eating and what have you. So if you are coming with a feeder and you want to chuck, it's overhanging quite a lot, and they do trim it, but best is to try and get in as close as you can to that island. So yeah, right, I'm going to take you up around this way, do a full lap, because there's not really much to see here anyway. So when I get over this side here, I'll start and show you a bit of fishing space over that way. So we'll go up there and have a look now. Here you've got a car park area, which is obviously pointing to this bit here. But if you're coming fishing and you can get behind a peg, definitely park behind it. This angle, you've got like a little trough here, and this has running water going through it, and I think it actually runs under the building behind me. I'm not going to start filming in there because there's a bit of a cafe, and as much as I'm on a public footpath and I'm allowed, I'm not going to start just chucking camera in people's faces while they're eating. But look, nice little waterfall under the tree there. It'd be a nice place to sit here if you could get some decent fishing on this side. But yeah, camera's not really doing it justice, and it's that time of year where we've got loads of colour back in water now, but it's really, really shallow out there. Really shallow. So I'll take you around this way and we'll have a look from this angle. We've got a few more signs here as well. So one thing I will say is, please keep to the path, private land either side, dogs to be kept on short leads at all times. Okay. Shireoaks Park Fishery, anyone fishing under the age of 16 must be accompanied by an adult over the age of 21. Cool. But so far I have not seen a single safety ring. It is a private fishery, but all the paths running around it are public footpaths, so it's one of them, you know, they've got signs up, but they could do with some deep water signs or some thin ice signs, and you know, that'd cover them that little bit further. And you've actually got water running out at Carp Lake over there, look, and it runs down over a path and then down into this one. So it's always got a nice feed inlet at either end, being topped up nicely for when that one has too much to drink. Right, we'll stick to the path and we'll have a good walk around and show you it all. You've got all this building here. This is all old derelict like ruins, big private signs on gates, so I'm not even going to entertain it, but looks like a old farmhouse, really big thing. Be nice to have that on your garden. I'm going to walk down this way. There's two anglers down here. I'm going to try and stay clear of them and not go in the way. But already you've got a flood sign here, so they must have water problems when it rains heavy. And this must be first peg here. And it is really shallow, but this is the deeper end of this lake if you want to try it. So over there is the really shallow corner, and this one, it's like a lot deep. You've got a lot more water to play with. So I'm going to take you up this way and then walk you around that way. Nice big carp on top over there. Being as quiet as I can for you, don't worry. Right, and in this area here, I've got a chap fishing over this side. And this is another peg here. And you've got good clearance to island all over this side. You've actually got a lot of bare space over here without being affected by any trees. So probably a better chuck from this side. Right, this bit is your outlet. So I think from what they've said, this is deepest corner at lake, so it'd make sense to have your outlet here. It is part at footpath, so I'm just gonna, oh, it's not that bad, just a bit sludgy. But from what I've been told, this is the deep area and deep corner at lake, so definitely not an area to avoid if you want to come up for a chuck and you want to find some deep water. I mean, it looks wicked for a few carp in there. Try not to make a lot of noise as I'm walking around, because don't want to interfere with anybody's day's fishing. And this here looks like there's a hidden outlet underneath here as well. There, look, big alcove that goes underneath, and you've got a runoff there down into River Ryton. So nice little overspill there. Just means that your banks aren't going to be affected by, you know, lots of water volume and start rotting away and everything and falling to bits. But here, I don't know if you could fish here, but be a nice area here to drop a couple of bags in, I think. Let's go a bit further up and have a look. But that there, I mean, it's covered up best it can, but that bit on the right hand side just needs rectifying a little bit. But so far it's not too bad. Looks very nice. Right, now this bit, again, you've got a lot of room behind you here, so bivvy space, I guess. There's no sign saying you can't fish in these areas, so don't understand what the problem would be, but on that far bank over there, all those branches hang right in. Oh, there's actually a lead on this tree here, look. Wouldn't be War and Peace to get that. But yeah, Looks very carpy. I've had a few carp archery myself on feeder. And my good mate Matt, he can't go anywhere without catching a carp. Matt can't have a bath without catching a carp. And down here, I'm not going to intrude in private space, but there's River Wrighton just down there, look. I'm just going to stick to the path, because last thing I want to do is start making a video and get told off. But yeah, looks very nice. Another nice corner here. That branch is obstructing a good chuck, but you know, I guess if you're a bit of an opportunist, you could try and figure it out, I guess. But nice area here as well. This bit is the main outlet. So when you sat here fishing and it's nice and quiet, because there's no really main roads near, only country lanes, this is the water that you can hear most of the time. And it runs out to Shireoaks Lake there, and then runs off down that way into River Wrighton. But yeah, very nice. Nice steps as well. That looks very, very neat. And there's a big metal grid up against here, stopping all this big stuff from clogging everything up. Very nice. And these are big old railway sleepers, so they're not going nowhere fast. And that's it from this angle. Really healthy water. Another area here, so there's outlet. We've got this bit here. Again, these overhanging branches, it's probably not ideal fishing here, but again, opportunities out there. Plenty of room behind you to get pitched up or whatever. Right, let's carry on up here. So these aren't really like so much fishing pegs that I know of. These are just areas that you probably could get your tackle in. I'll take you around here and have a look. So this looks like another deep area at lake on here. Very clean, very, very tidy, no litter anywhere. Only odd bottle I've seen, but so far it's very nice. Thought I'd seen a carp under that then. But this is one of them areas where if you're coming down, you get on that bank over there and just drop a bomb with a bit of bread underneath this lot here. Perfect for a few bites. And then these pegs here, these are like common pegs. So what I'll do is I'll walk you around here now, not disturb this guy here, and I'll just show you from this angle what sort of cast you've got out this way. And again, just sticking to the path like the sign said. Don't want to get in trouble. And this is first peg on this side from this angle. So we've got a nice chuck all down that bank up to that big tree there, and that sort of sticks out to about there, so you'd struggle any further, but really deep, drops off nice and quickly here, so there's plenty of water to go at. Definitely not an area at lake to avoid if you're coming up. And if you're after some open water, and this is only lake available, you've actually got a good few casts right out there into the main lake as well, so very, very nice. You having up, bud? No. I can't buy a bite. How are we going on anyway? Oh, not bad. Good, I followed this channel. Oh God, right. I never prepare myself for this, but I never prepare myself for people that watch it. Oh, I do actually. I subscribe so I get them all and I've seen them all. Oh, are you? So that Canada goose there keeps going head down. Ah. It's either on a weed bed or it's on bottom that, but it's... They're all the same oak Canadas from sort of like out where they are to that other tree. Yeah. Coming up, and they're all doing the same. They're all coming up with lengths of weed. They're not taking me bait. Are they with me? Yeah. Right. So just been stood talking to this chap here, Derek, his name. He says he's a subscriber. I've just had a long chat with him. Nicest bloke on planet. Derek, I know you're probably going to watch this one as well, buddy. After the conversation we've just had, mate, I only wish you the very best, mate. So look after yourself and thank you for that conversation. Right, this peg, which I'm on, so there's entrance here, exit there, and you can park behind your peg here. This one here is actually one of my favourite pegs, and chucking over there to that bare bit of bank there, that overhanging bush, if you can chuck just in front of that without getting tangled, that's a good place to be. And a good friend of mine, Matt, when I've been down with him before, he's fished around here and he's had quite a few bream and a few carp as well on this side, so definitely probably one of the best pegs on lake. Not a lot of water in front of you here, probably about 2.5, 3 foot. You can actually see bottom under here, and then it drops off that way, and there's a nice big channel just all the way down that side at lake over there. So definitely an area not to avoid. Right, so this is where we started. I'm going to go on to the next peg and show you that. Right, now from this angle, so we just stood on that peg, and you can park behind this one as well. There's this bit of grass here, don't abuse it obviously, but you've got a nice reed bed here which comes up nice in the middle of summer, overhanging bush there, and you've also got a nice chuck all the way front corner of this island, all the way down here. Now these branches do overhang and they do come in, but they do trim them, so it's not as bad as what you might seem. But nice big rocky peg in front here. I mean, it's a bit eroded away there, but plenty what I'm stood on, and I think there's a bit more water on this peg to go out as well. You can actually see bottom just out here at middle before it drops off again to that far bank over there. Alright, I'm going to take you up this way and take you for a walk on the footpath, just making sure we're sticking to the path up onto the top lake. So here's the main path that we come up to start with. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back on myself like I did before, and then go up and round top one, and I'll show you what that one looks like. Actually a big carp down here. I think it's just going to go out of shot. Just there, look. Probably about 15-16 pound that one. Right, it's shallow water that. So as much as I've just banged on about that shallow water being a problem there, a nice big carp just drifting in. Just there, look, going that way. See how close in he gets to these reeds. Look, he's coming right in. He's got his belly right on the bottom. Right, now he's heading out that way. Lovely big fish, him. And again, sticking to the footpath so I don't get a slap wrist. And hopefully I'll be able to show you quite a bit of this top lake up here without disturbing anybody. But I'm only here to document for you guys. I'm not like here to tell anybody off. So nobody think that I do this because I like upsetting people, because I get earache right quick. Right, so that's the way we went before down there, and this time I'm actually going to walk up this way and then round that way on this footpath and show you this bit. Right, this is your top lake. So again, it's got an island in the middle, quite a lot of water to go at. Not sure if you can actually walk all the way around it over there. I think you might be able to, but there's a few pegs down this way. I don't think you can fish this bank here. Then there's actually a couple of chaps fishing off at far side over there, so I'll be able to get a good view on what fishing is like over there from that angle if I can get over. But again, I can only stick to the path. The fish is actually just topped right under that tree over there, and then going back down again. Right, I'll take you this way and see what we can see. So this angle, got a nice peg here, and you've got these chaps that have got pods on these pegs here. Not going to start filming in the private spaces, but a couple of anglers over there, look. I think he's fishing with like a big pellet waggler over there, a bit looks for it. So he's obviously seen something on top. Parking behind pegs over there as well. Safety ring over there, look, can you see it? Safety ring there, next to actual building, so we've found one. Couldn't see one on that lake over there, and at least there's one there, so that is accessible there for this lake. Before I go, I'll just look on the other side of that building, see if there's another one, but it's private land, so at least they've got signs up, and they've got that one. I guess that kind of covers them, but ideally could do with a few on show. Right, let's go up here and show you the rest of it. So I just asked about this footpath. This one leads you into a bit of a field there, so I can see works over there, look, on your way from Worksop, on your way to Balborough that way, on the main road. It just takes you up into a field, I think. Must be a footpath somewhere, danger sign there, CCTV. And then this path, I think it just lets you walk all the way around it, so I'm not sure if leading it up there into a farmer's field is the right way. But anyway, I just spoke to these chaps. They say they don't really know where it goes, but they've got a good cast over that way. And as you can see from this angle, that tree really overhangs from that bank under there. That's probably about 18 feet from the island, so you have to be quite careful to get a rig close to that island, but that's where your fish will be. I don't know if they allow bait boats on here, but it's definitely worth the question if you want to ask it. Right, so sticking to the path, I'm going to walk around this way now, up and that way, and wherever the path ends I'll probably stop and then make my way back, because again, I just want to stick to what the signs say. But this is this corner at lake, so quite a nice view from this area. Looks like a few reed beds about to pop up here as well. Very nice. I don't know if this is a footpath sign or not, but there's an arrow on it. I think that's just telling me to stick to a footpath. Is that what they are? You guys know better than I do. But people are obviously driving down here, but it looks right. Farmers or 4x4 or something. You've got two nice pegs here. So you've got this one, and you've got this one here near this tree. What I'll do is I'll try and head off over that way in a minute and follow that path. But from here, that's what kind of truck you've got to that island. Nice tree next to you. It's really watery here. Water table comes right up actually. So you have to just have your wits about you if you start wandering about, if you come up here. Let's go over here and see where this footpath takes us. It's like another little hidden lake here. But it's all, I don't know if there'd be any fish in that, it's just solid with weed and rushes and what have you. But it's definitely like a little water course. And this bit, it's a bit muddy. Horses have been walking through. But I don't know, I think we can manage it. Well, that sign definitely said that you could come this way. It had an arrow on it anyway. I'm not sure if this is a peg. Certainly looks like one. Looks like it's been maintained like it's one, but this stuff behind your peg isn't ideal, so they might not use it as a peg. So I could be wrong, fellas and fellettes. But this is the view you've got from this angle. Oh, there's actually a big carp here, look. Oh God, look at them all. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carp. All on top here. These ones really close in, look. So 3 big mirrors there, 4, 5 coming in this way, that's a big common. And you've got all these carp here as well, look. They're just basking there, aren't they? Probably like another 7 or 8 carp there. Oh, 9. That's a carp there, look. See him? 10, 11. That one's actually right under rushes here, that one. Oh God, 12, 13. Even more carp up here, look. See them all? Loads of them. All just chilling. Incredible. Oh, ghosty there, flying off. Loads of carp. So hopefully I've just pushed them back out into a few swims for you all. But anyone that's down here today at Shireoaks on the 1st of May, I've just spoke to a few chaps up there, so if that were you down here on 1st of May, you'll see that if you can just try and chuck a rig down into this corner, you ain't too bad. Plenty of fish down here, and you can't see them from over that angle as well because of this big bush look. So all in margin down here, absolutely full of them. Right, let's see if I can try and circle around and get over there somewhere. Must be a path somewhere that leads it. There's even more on top here, look. Absolutely loads of fish out there. Loads and loads of them, look. Back's out at water now. They've woke up a bit. Right, let's go for a walk around and have a look. So again, I'm only going to stick to the path because I don't want to get in trouble. But I'll go up here and see where it leads. But people have been driving up here, look, see where cars have been and tractor tracks. So we'll go up here. It might circle us round yet, and we'll see. And have a look. There's actually a dog walker right over there, look, in that field, so that must be where that path leads to over there. I'll have to go and have a look in a minute and see if it's somewhere of interest. A little path through there, look. So that takes you into that field. That was a lovely path going all the way down that field. And then this takes you around back of the lake here, so let's go and have a look around here. This path brings you out into this field, which I believe is at the back of the building. So I'll go around here, see what views we've got from this side, but I think it takes you to water's edge. Right, you can actually see them fish a bit better from this angle. There's actually fish right in front of this peg here, look. Massive things. Another one here, big one there. Loads of carp. It's getting to that time of year now where they're going to start spawning, so this is probably an area that they use. So I don't know, they might end up saying that you probably can't go chucking down this way. See what they say if you come down. But it's full of fish in this corner. Bet there's 30 carp there altogether, all under the surface and on top. See how we just stood over there, look, one there. And they're now, all black dots, look, they're now all just going back over to that far bank where we just stood. Loads and loads of them. So, need to be chucking down this way, fellas. Right, first peg on this side. Nice looking peg. Loads of room either side. Not as many fish in this peg as the last one, I can't see any, so. Right, there's people over there, look. So that footpath, I'll go around and have a look in a minute, but that footpath is definitely leading that way as well. That's your first peg. Oh, for a Coke can. And it's a Coke Zero as well, what's wrong with you? Yeah, second peg along. Again, nice looking peg. Nice and shallow to start with. I bet if you were netting fish, you'd probably want to get yourself a nice handle and probably a big net. You wouldn't want to play them that close in here. So yeah, very tidy. Little Preston wrapper on the floor there, so someone's got good taste. Not going to pick you up for that. I know a good angler when I see one. But behind, look, you've got all this space either side. So there's loads and loads of room to go at. So I'm going to go around this side now. There's a few chaps fishing here, so I'm not going to go in the way. So I might just finish up here and either come back this way and go back round again and have a look. But I'll go up and have a look. Have you had many? No.
I won't be in about an hour.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I've just walked into this corner here and I bet there's 40 carp in this corner. Doesn't look like an area that you can fish much, but
No.
I bet there's 40 on them down there and a great white thing and all. Right, I'll leave you to it, bud.
Right, cheers.
See you, mate. Right, so I've just spoken to angler on peg next to this one there, and then there's only one more guy that we could see with pellet waggler after him chucking out, and then I don't think it's accessible down that side, and I don't really want to walk down it anyway. It's just a bit narrow. It's got quite a few water outlets going that way, so I just want to stay clear of it. But I've just asked him about this footpath, and he says you can come this way, but you can actually, the main footpath takes you up to that field and down where we saw that dog walker, so I'll go up there and have a look, because besides fishing, if anyone you can see where you can come for a nice walk, that's a bonus as well. So I'm going to walk back around this way now, where I went before, back up there onto this corner, and I'll have a quick walk up to the top of that field up here and just see what we can see from there, and then make my way back. So just back into this corner again. Big carp there. And actually when you see one, you start and see more. They're actually everywhere. But there's some really close into this margin here, so not going to get too close. But definitely an area to chuck to. In fact, there's two coming in this way. And that one at right hand side is like a bit of a ghost here. I think it's nearly white. Yeah, they're ready for spawning, they are. Right, not going to upset them anyway. But that, you can access it from main car park and come up this way. So don't try and drive the way I've come. I know people have done, and you can tell they have, but try and avoid it. And down here there's a little brook as well, and it's really clear water as well. That's really nice, and that runs, looks like it runs down this way into the lake, but yeah, so flow at water is actually going that way. So a little brook actually runs, it unearths itself here and actually runs down into that lake. So I'm going to follow this path round back to where we were and see what's on top of that, where that footpath is, and give you an eyes on from there. Right, so I've just come back out here. That's the carp corner. I'm just going to make my way back through this stuff and then take you up here and show you the rest of the path. This is actually really rocky and gravelly underneath, so it's not as bad as it looks. Yeah, so it does say on it, look, public footpath. Right, so you can actually walk that way then. You can actually go down there. So wherever it doesn't look like a path, probably avoid because of all this stuff, but it is a public footpath. Now I'm going to go this way and see what's up this one. So there's main lake down here, look. The public footpath brings you around and up this way. Just in case anyone you're a local and you want to come for a new walk. Might bring the missus up at some point. It's back of that building, looks like a big hall or a big manor. Nice big building. I'll tell you what, I'd like to have that in my garden. Oh God, look at this thing here. So another load of water behind. Private no fishing sign there, so straight away, no fishing. So if you're fishing here and you have dramas, that's your own fault. But there's fish in it. I can see fish topping right over there. Let's go and have a look. But this is footpath. And takes you up and round this way. Oh, there's actually a little path here, look, as well. So just sticking to the path. Let's go and have a look, see if there's any fish in here, see if we can spot any. And again, guys, if you've not already, remember to like and subscribe. You know, this is what I sort of do now on a regular. A lot of you don't know this, but I'm actually a motorbike mechanic, service motorbikes. If anyone you've got any single cylinder engines with dramas, hit me up on Facebook, might be able to help you. But this is what I sort of do in my spare time. Go around venues, give all you guys a good eyes on of areas that you wouldn't normally see. And that way, it gives you a better understanding, because when you know a venue and all its corners, it helps you understand every peg that you get on there on after. It sounds mad, but I've been fishing all my life and I'm 34, and there's been times when I've just needed to see a lake as a whole to understand my day's fishing more. And some guys will go fishing on the same 10, 11 pegs all their life, and there'll be areas of a certain lake that they've never actually been to. So this is why I do it, to show you guys just what you're missing out on, really. And I enjoy doing it, and it's exercise. So 2 stones, 1 bird. So there's no fishing at this place because it's sign up. Very obvious. Not going to get too close, but that water is the cleanest and clearest water you've ever seen. So there is fish in there. I can see a little, like little roach or rudd or something floating about on top there under the surface. But because it's nice and quiet, it's not really a disturbed lake. Might even be something bigger, and whatever that were over there might have been a bit big. I can see it bottom pretty much all the way through it. So, oh, see that one then? Little rudd just shot off under here. Look, see them all. Zoom in on them. See a little rudd. A couple of roach there then. Wow, look at them all down here. Look. Lovely. Loads going out that way. Very nice. Let's go a bit further up. Going mad under that tree. A little bit rudd and roach again. So there's like lots of little flies about on branches. They must be having them when they come off at branches on there and onto the water. Right, let's follow this path round. See what else there is. Loads of them. Camera's not doing it justice because it glare, but loads and loads of little roach and rudd. Yeah, so over here you've got those big iron works there. That's between sort of Whitwell and Worksop on Main Road. You go past them. I live in a little village just over here. It wouldn't take long to walk in, but I don't really fancy it. But yeah, see, I never knew this were here. Very nice. Something big under the surface then over there. And over there as well, look. That's lots of rudd over there and roach all together. You can see different contrasting fin colours. Nice to see something big. Oh, there's a goose over there. They don't count though. Can't catch gooses. I think I'm just going to leave it there because there's just loads of little roach and rudd. It's probably what keeps this place down on weed and what have you. Very nice. Right, going to get back on this path. That's the other path there, look, it takes you up there and over that hill. So I'm going to go back on this path like I've just been on, back up onto it, and then make way back down to the car park. But yeah, little tiny lake at back here. Shame you can't fish it. So this footpath, you can actually get over that way, and that takes you back up towards up to the village, he said, Shireoaks. It's actually fell over, so I couldn't see it. And then this one, he said, this footpath here is the main one that takes you through the fishery. It actually takes you back up into a little village called Speetley or Steepley, or whichever he said. And he asked me where I'm from, and I said, I'm from Whitwell, I live over there. And he said, oh, well, it's just right next to Whitwell. I've never heard of it, so I'm not quite sure, but you know, the man obviously knows his stuff and I don't. So what I'm going to do now, make my way back down and go through, stick into the path. Again, I'm not going in people's private space. And so far all the paths just seem to intertwine with each other, so it's quite difficult to understand where you can and where you can't actually walk. So if you do come up and you're going for a walk, maybe stick to where I've started on this gravel path and then come up here, and you can actually turn left here. So that is a public footpath where I've been that takes you right back at lake. So I'm going to go up that way and conclude the video. But very nice up here. You can't hear a single engine up here. There's a road that takes you down back here, but you can't hear any cars. It's lovely. So definitely want to get your sends up for a day's fishing. So here, look. These little paths here, there's this sign here. These obviously mean public footpath signs. If you stick to them, you probably cover yourself, but that does actually take you up and round the back. There's a prominent track that way, so you'll have to be quite careful. But he said this is main one, takes you up and that way. So legalities aside, they probably just don't want people walking that way. But you know, footpath signs and all that. Anyway, let's go back down this way. So there's a bin there on your way out, so any rubbish or anything, make sure you make use of that bin on your way out. That path that takes you that way, and we're going to go this way, back on ourselves, and then back down this way. But I'll guide you through it as I'm going, because I like to give you all a good image of the place in an entirety, or as much as I can, as much as I'm allowed. Now, good old Derek over there, my new pal, he said that this place is now open for coffees and drinks and everything. You'd have to inquire about it, but oh, someone's dropped a dog lead. Oh, who will that belong to? Who's just walked through with a dog? That woman, weren't it? Oh, woman with dog. You dropped your lead. I'm not going to film inside anyway, but it's actually open now for cafe in and all that stuff, Derek said. Might be worth a look in if you're interested. Make us way back down this way. Actually a bin here on way out as well, if you could make use of that. Just saves you chucking your rubbish out at window on way home, or even leaving it on bank. Gets you to clear it up. Alright, let's go back this way. I'm never going to catch that woman with that dog, and I'm sure she's the only one that's walked past me, so that's a shame. Woman with dog. Woman with dog at Shireoaks Lake. If you've walked through this, I'm sure I've seen you walking. I've just been filming a footpath. I know it's weird, just yeah, look. Anyway, I found a dog lead and I think it's yours, so nobody else pinches it. And I don't know who you are and I can't find you. I want to put it down here for you. So if this is yours, I want to put it down here, look, out that way. So that sign there, the Shireoaks Park Fishery one, your dog lead's down there, simply because I have no other way of finding who you are, where you went, or even if it's yours. But there's a dog lead there. If you've lost one walking through, or you've got home and it's not over your shoulder, it's under that sign over there for you. Good old Derek's over there, look, fishing behind his car. And obviously he'll pull out this way when he goes onto the path and then make his way out. So, Shireoaks Fishery, what have we got? We've got a safety ring and we've got a bin. I think there were 2 bins. So, no safety concerns like massive ones, but why not have a safety ring on both lakes? You know, pick one up, they're not expensive, get one, put it on the other lake. Pegs, really nice, no litter. Not really much to comment on about being picky, because this is not a very active venue. It's not like a very busy angling venue. It does get a few people on here week in, week out, but it's not full. It is open to day ticket. I think there is a permit you can get. Numbers on the sign if you want to grab that off at video, give him a text or a ring. Bailiff seems alright. Bit funny about me filming public footpaths, but you know, this is why we stick to public footpaths, I guess. But yeah, leave a comment. Would you fish here? Does it look like your cup of tea? I reckon one of you guys who's never been here before, and you might not live local, I reckon one of you ought to get your gear in the car, get your son down here, pull up, have a day's fishing, and just enjoy yourself, and just drop me a comment and let me know if you catch out and how you get on. It's like a bit of an opportunist venue. It's a bit specialist. You won't just bag up, but there are a lot of fish in that top pond, which is like a specimen pond, and then this one down at bottom, there is some decent bream in there and some good carp as well, so there's definitely some fish to be had. So yeah, drop me a comment, let me know what you think wherever you're at fishing this week or this weekend. That warm weather is finally here, fellas and fellettes, so get out and enjoy it, because I'm in Alcanon and I tell you something, I'm baking red hot. So considering the safety implements in place, the bins, the cleanliness, the overall welcome, I didn't not feel welcome. You know, the bailiff were being a bit intrusive about me walking on a public footpath. He can if he wants to, you know. I'm there, so he can be there, you know, it's allowed. I ain't got a problem with that. I don't feel threatened by him. But one thing I will say is, day ticket venue, it's stunning. So even if you want to come up and just unwind and just relax, like Derek up here, you know, he's gone through a lot just lately, Derek, and somewhere like this where it's not very busy and it's not very loud and there's a nice picturesque view in front of you, it's very easy for you just to relax and have a decent day's fishing and just try and take your mind off things a little bit. So this video is dedicated to you, Derek, and the struggles that you've recently been through, and I wish you all the very best in the future, mate, and if I ever see you on bank, I'm pinching some of your maggots. So what have we got? We've got a venue that's got 2 lakes. There's more lakes to it, but the other ones are private, you can't fish them. There's safety apparatus in place. We've seen the safety ring, could do with another one. There's bins, we've seen a couple of bins, can't argue with that, you know, minimum 1 each lake, that's all we asked for. We've then got a good walk around the place, just sticking to footpaths around the venue and just, you know, not getting, you know, in water or going off into woods like it said not to. You've got good access to the place, there's a nice footpath through it, there's a little cafe thing on site, it's like a tea room I think it's probably known for. And then back on the welcoming side of things, I didn't feel unwelcome. You know, there was a hint, the bailiff did approach me at one point and he were a bit concerned about me filming, and I just reiterated that I'm just sticking to public footpaths and just, you know, filming from what I can see from here. So I didn't want to start intruding in people's swims and going in water and, you know, start walking off into woods, because it's not what I'm here for. So taking all that into account, I'm going to score this venue a B. Why not an A? Well, it would be if just one more safety ring on that first lake, and there might be one there, but I can't see it. And that's the point of them. They've got to be visible, you've got to be able to see them, and they've got to be functional and maintained as well. So a safety ring on that lake, but overall a B. I'm not moaning at a B. If you've not already, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.